Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Yeah Gaming. How y'all doing on this fine Sunday morning? Significantly less tired than I was yesterday. Thank you all so much. I don't know what I'm saying thank you, but thank you. Just thanks for watching the vids. I appreciate it. Love making these vids for you guys. And today, we have another update video to an older video because a little something happened, and there's some other stuff I want to talk about regarding Rubber Hose Rampage, aka the Mickey Mouse Cuphead clone or thing or whatever. You know it. I've talked about it before. That video kind of blew up a little bit. It was doing like, okay, 24,000 views for a couple days there, and then I just like didn't pay attention to it for a second, and now it's at like 75,000. So clearly people are interested in this topic, so I do have an update on it, so let's talk about it. But before we get into that update, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're trying to hit 100,000 subscribers before the end of the year, and we're getting really close to 50,000 subscribers, so keep subscribing, keep watching the vids. I appreciate you all, and let's get into this. Alright, so last time we left off, we took a little look at Rubber Hose Rampage and whatever the hell it is. And if you didn't watch that video, Rubber Hose Rampage is a Cuphead clone using public domain Mickey Mouse and other public domain characters. Obviously, you play as Mickey and Minnie, and it plays like a significantly worse version of Cuphead. All the animations and stuff are just like clipped from existing things. As far as I can tell, they're just like PNGs and stuff. And there's some precedent for this that we'll get into in a second. But on the front of like actual updates on Rubber Hose Rampage, there's just one thing. The developers acknowledged the video I made, and some other video, but they acknowledged the video I made. If you go on the Rubber Hose Rampage official trailer, which has less views than my video, which is just really funny, but if you go on the official trailer, the pinned comment is from the developer, and they say, haha, I love that the expectations are wait, hold on. They say, haha, I love that the expectations are for our game are super low, and then they just link my video and some other video talking about it, and then they quote something from Chris Isaac, and it says, the one thing I've always had going for me was people's low expectations. Nobody ever expects a whole hell of a lot from me. This is just really funny. Like, I don't even, this is just really funny. I can't even, I can't even fathom sitting down and writing this. let me go down to the level. All right, let's talk. People's low expectations of this project are because of what you've shown so far, not because of everyone expecting low from you. If this came out and it was the most beautifully animated thing ever, I think significantly less people would have issues with it. Like, the state of the game shown in this trailer is the reason why people's expectations are so low. It looks laggy, clunky, the controls look terrible, everything just looks terrible. I'm sorry, it just does. And if you'll notice, I already mentioned this, but the main kind of like artistic choice that this game takes is that it uses PNGs, just like cutouts and like of sets and animations or whatever from existing things. Like, I don't think anything here is like super like original or whatever, unless it was like traced over. I'm fairly confident in that. There's some stuff that looks kind of terrible, which might have been original. I'm not really sure. I don't have an encyclopedic knowledge of every public domain piece of shit on the entire world. But as far as I can tell, a lot of this is just like clipped from other PNGs, which leads us to this developer's previous game, which I probably should have brought up last time because I think it's kind of interesting. So, a year ago, this developer put out a game called Lewis Carroll's Alice, which is a retelling of Alice in Wonderland using PNGs from something. I'm gonna just assume it's some public domain book of Alice in Wonderland. I don't know if it's the original or some other one. Once again, I don't have surprise, I don't have an encyclopedic knowledge on Alice in Wonderland content. I have no idea if this is the original, but whatever these drawings are from, they're probably public domain because they used it for this game. And all this game is pretty much an ebook with like interactive segments in between, and you just control the PNGs. So I guess this is this entire game developers like grift, just like taking PNGs from public domain things and then just making a game with them. Obviously, Rubber Hose Rampage looks like way more like a game than Lewis Carroll's Alice does, because once again, Lewis Carroll's Alice seems kind of like half audiobook, or not audiobook, but like ebook, half game. Well, Rubber Hose Rampage is definitely just a game. Not a very good looking game, but it is just a game. And you know what? Them kicking the hornet's nest and linking my video just makes me want to talk about this on the main channel even more. So I will be waiting, and patiently waiting at that, for this game to drop, I think on February 1st, unless the release date changed, but I'm not gonna check. I'm pretty sure it's still February 1st. But I will be patiently waiting for this game to drop, and I will be absolutely, I think I might stream this one. I think streaming this one is probably the best course of action. Cause yeah, this is gonna be a different kind of experience, I can already tell. So Revy Studios, if you're watching this, and I think there's a pretty good chance you're watching this, listen, I just want to make some content on your game. I think it's very funny. I don't, hey, you know what, like, you can link to my video or whatever, but, stay in your lanes, I'll stay in my lane, we can, coexist. And, yeah, we'll just leave it at that, I think. Not a very long update, but an update nonetheless. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye, everybody.